morning, Beecher Bees. Welcome to the Beehive. Today is Wednesday, January 28th, 2015. My name is Jordan Brown.
And my name is Alexis Reese.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Raise your right hand and put it over your heart like this. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Y a la Junta que representa oración bajo Dios en el cielo gozar para todos. Please repeat your Beecher Hill student affirmation after me. I am a knowledgeable Beecher Hill student.
I am a knowledgeable Beecher Hill student.
I learn and grow in the Beecher way.
I learn and grow in the Beecher way.
I cooperate, focus, and complete all tasks.
I cooperate, focus, and complete all tasks.
I'm committed, present, and on time every day.
I'm committed, present, and on time every day.
I'm respectful to my fellow students and all adults in charge.
I'm respectful to my fellow students and all adults in charge.
I dress for success and wear my uniform every day.
I dress for success. I wear my uniform every day.
I learn and grow in the Beecher way every day because
I learn and grow in the Beecher way every day because
my goal is to contribute to the school, my community, and the world.
My goal is to contribute to the school, my community, and the world.
Our student profile for January is communicator. The attitudes are confidence, cooperation, and commitment. Now for the weather with Alexis Reese.
The weather for today will be clear and sunny with a high of 50 degrees and a low of 34 degrees.
We celebrate Black History 24/7. On this day in 1901, Richard Barth, a sculptor, was born in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. He died on March 5th, 1989.
Birthdays in the Beehive today are Diamond Cole and Layla McKenzie. Happy birthday!
Attention students, attention Beecher Bees, box tops roll call. Will you make the list? You can make the list if you are one of the first to turn in a full sheet of box tops. Don't wait, get your shout out on the box tops roll call today.
Good morning, Beecher Bees. This is Miss Weeks, also known as the Box Tops Lady. This morning, I'd like to give a very special Box Top shout out to a number of you who have met the Box Tops Challenge for this winter. As a reminder, when you turn in a Box Tops collection sheet like this with 25 or more box tops, you get to have your name called over the morning announcements. But boys and girls, did you also know that you can turn in labels for education? Labels look like this. They have a Labels for Education logo at the top, and you also have to turn in the entire label with the barcode on it. But in order to get your name called over the intercom on the WBUZZ, you have to turn in at least 25. Boys and girls, when you turn in one or more box tops or labels for education, I'll add your name to one of these lovely little pink labels, and we'll add your name to the wall of fame that will be created just through the Beehive. So here we go. Since we last did our shout outs, we'd like to recognize all of the following students: Adrioshi Howard, Ms. King's 3rd grade class; Kennedy Lewis, Ms. Brandon's 1st grade class; Casey Parks, Ms. Hodges' kindergarten class; Jasmine Scott, Ms. Little's 2nd grade class; Grace Scott, Ms. Brandon's 1st grade class; Ariana Carter, Ms. Jordan's pre-K class; Adisa Ferguson, Ms. Long's 2nd grade class; Daniel Robbie, Ms. Washington's 3rd grade class; Gavin Montgomery, Ms. Callan's 3rd grade class; Nikolai George, Ms. Washington's 3rd grade class; Leonard Johnson, Ms. Washington's 3rd grade class; Charlie Campbell, Ms. Hodges' kindergarten class; Sydney Daniel, Ms. King's 3rd grade class; Zamoria DeVoe, Miss Little's 2nd grade class; and Jaden Harris, Miss Smith's kindergarten class. You guys have done an awesome job collecting. Our goal for the winter collection season is $500, and thanks to you boys and girls who are over $200 towards our goal of $500. Keep clipping, keep collecting, and keep turning in your box tops today.
Time is running out. to order your yearbook. Order your yearbook today.
Lunch in the Beehive today will be taco bar, veggie burger, tuna salad sandwich, refried beans, Mexicali corn, and bananas.
Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Wonderful Wednesday. It is the last week in January, so this is our last book about being a communicator. Our profile for this month was communicator, and of course, communicating means that you speak well and that you listen well. Speaking and listening are the two biggest part of communicating, and so this morning we're going to read Howard B. Wigglebottom Learns to Listen. Meet Howard B. Wigglebottom. Howard is always in trouble at school because, well, Howard just doesn't listen. How many of you have been told that? During story time, instead of quietly listening, Howard bounces around the room. Howard B. Wigglebottom, please sit down and be quiet and listen. But Howard doesn't listen. Howard B. Wigglebottom, you are bouncing too close to the fan. But Howard doesn't listen. And what happens to Howard's ears? They get tangled in the fan. You see why it's a good idea to listen? Hey, Howard, watch your step. At lunch, his friends tried to warn him. Howard's daydreaming and not listening. Howard doesn't listen. He slipped and fell. Not paying attention. Blah, 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 blah. After lunch, Howard's friends try to tell him something important. But Howard doesn't listen. In fact, he gets tired of her talking and does what? Tries to tie her mouth up with a yo-yo. The coach says, keep your eye on the ball, Howard. On the playground, Howard's teammates try to help him. But Howard doesn't listen. So the ball hits him in the eye. In the art room, the teacher reminds the class, kids, try to keep the paint on your paper. But Howard doesn't listen. So the teacher asks him to go to timeout. Howard feels sad. Howard does not like being alone and in trouble. He thinks and thinks about his day. So not only is Howard a bad communicator, but now Howard's being reflective and he's reflecting. Howard makes up his mind. After his reflection and thinking about his action, he decides from that moment on he will try very hard to be the best listener he can be. The next day, Howard does listen during story time. He waits for his turn to talk. And then he asks a question about the story. That is great communication. Howard gets a #1 listener star because Howard is really listening. While walking home, Howard uses both his eyes and ears to help him stay safe. Howard is really listening. Please hang up your backpack and clean up your room now, Howard's mother says. Howard gets home. He listens to his mother. Howard is really listening. Okay, Mom, he says. Awesome ears, Howard. So Howard gets extra time to play and have fun. Time for bedtime story. Please brush your teeth first, Howard. Howard B. Wigglebottom is really listening. Almost all of the time. Today's lesson. Here are some tips on how to be a better listener. Sit quietly. Use both your eyes and your ears to help you listen. Please don't interrupt. Wait your turn to talk. Try your very best to understand the person speaking. Ask questions if you don't understand. Remember the rules and directions. Pay attention. That means to be alert and really know what is happening around you. So I hope that we all learn to be a better listener like Howard B. Wigglebottom. Have a wonderful Wednesday and keep being great communicators.
Word of the day, assume, meaning to take upon oneself, undertake, assume. I will assume the responsibility of paying, assume, ASSUME.
Joke of the day! Hey Alexis, knock knock.
Who's there?
Francis.
Francis who?
Francis, the home of the Eiffel Tower. This concludes our morning announcements. Have a wonderful